ideal. Title shots are earned, not given. Tonight begins a journey that will test that ideal for these 32 welterweight fighters. Only 16 will make it past the first round and into the Fight Master tournament. Those who make the cut will live, train, and do battle in this cage at a fight camp located in the heart of the Big Easy. The fighters hold all the power because their future rides on the answer to this question. Which camp do you choose? Winning fighters will decide between 4 unique camps led by these legendary coaches. They are Greg Jackson.
I hate to lose more than I hate anything else. I grew up in the South Valley of Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I needed to learn to fight to defend myself. I made it my life's goal to train champions like George St. Pierre, John Jones. I'm here to further prove that I'm the best MMA coach on the planet. I have the track record already, and I want this tournament to be no exception.
Frank, the legend Shamrock.
I've been around forever, since the very beginning. I know this game probably better than anyone else in the world. I was the first ever complete mixed martial artist. That was not by accident. I won the UFC middleweight title, the first time there was ever weight classes in the UFC. I have been there, been in prison, I've been everywhere you could ever imagine to test your mind, and I can teach these guys how to survive anything.
Joe Warren.
I believe I'm the best coach here. I still fight with these guys every single day. I've won world championships for Bellator in that cage. I understand what it takes to win right now. That's why I'm the baddest man on the planet. Just because I'm a little younger, just because you haven't seen me yet, you know, there's a lot to come still. My experience is having top-tier coaches my whole life. That's what I'm going to bring to this competition, why I'm going to win.
And Randy, the natural couture.
I'm a very competitive person. I train and do everything I know how to do to win. Most of my career I spent fighting for the UFC. I won the heavyweight title 3 times and I won the light heavyweight title 3 times. I think for me, fighting was a kinetic chess match. I saw each and every one of my opponents as a problem that I had to solve. This is a huge opportunity for the athletes and a huge opportunity for me to be a part of that and to see a guy from Extreme Couture stand at the top of this heap.
Tonight, 5 fighters will go home, while the others take one step towards their dream. A $100,000 prize, a place in the toughest tournament in sports, Bellator MMA, and the first ever title of Fight Master.
I'm excited to watch the first round of fights. I think you got a lot of potential in this room. I think that the winner of this tournament's really gonna go far in the MMA world. But the other coaches and I aren't familiar with these guys. We need to sit down, watch what they do, watch where their strengths and weaknesses lie so we can best assemble our teams.
We've got guys that can choose their own destiny. My only concern is that maybe, they don't want to choose me.
I'm not gonna say, okay, well, I'm just gonna get everybody right away. I wanna see what's out there and kind of have a balanced approach.
There might be some that I'm not so interested in that I gotta subtly find a way to steer them somewhere else.
I'm trying to just get a fighter on my team, period. I have 3 of the best coaches in the world up there, and I'm worried that I'm not going to get anybody.
The first welterweight matchup to determine who will get to choose their camp and move into the fight house is Chip Pollard versus Tim Welch.
I am an entertainer. I'm a striker. I like to keep it standing. I like to make it pretty. I like to make it exciting. If you're a fighter in Boston, you got to go out there. You got to put on a show. Whenever I'm in the cage, I don't go in there by myself. I go in there with all my family, my father, my mom, and my grandmother just passed away last week. I actually missed her funeral to come out here. So I'm doing it for everybody. I'm ready to go.
When I was probably in elementary, I was picked on a little bit just because I'm redhead. My nationality is part Irish and part Indian. So I got my fair share of fights, and it really molded me to the person I am. I watched MMA as a young kid with my dad. I am very close to my father. He's at all my fights. I talk to him every day. I definitely fight to make my dad proud. He's like, wow, that's my little Tim since I'm such a young kid. But I work hard and I can fight. So I'm gonna be doing this and I'm gonna be doing it for a long time.
This Tale of the Tape is brought to you by Dave & Buster's. Visit daveandbusters.com.
Joe, I get a feeling if you win this thing that we're going to hear about it for a long, long
guys.
time. Yeah.
Everyone.
That would be helpful, Joe, if you could actually coach. Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. In the red corner, Chip Pollard. In the blue corner, Tim Welch. It's gonna be 2 5-minute rounds. In the case of a draw, we go to a third overtime round that will decide the entire fight.
There are no elbows in this round. Good luck, gentlemen.
All right, red corner ready? Blue corner ready? Let's go, gentlemen.
Well, somebody back into right-handed.
Tonight's fight clock is brought to you by Miller Lite. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Lead overhand right from Welsh.
Yes.
Both got their hands open.
Yeah, and right away you can tell the experience is high here because both guys are trying to measure their man with a jab and figure out the timing.
Yeah.
I do like Tim's stance. Look at, he's got good positioning.
That Chip's got a nice jab.
He sure does.
Yeah.
It's quick.
That's snappy. Long.
Brings it right back to his face.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, these dudes are definitely good. That was good reflexes there on that pick off of that jab.
Nice parry.
I like how that hand is locked right up by his chin, you know?
Yeah, that's a very fast short jab there.
Yep.
Nice right hand and exited after the shot. It's so important when you hit somebody to exit after the shot so you don't get hit back.
Nice.
It's a fast jab.
Yeah.
Fast jab is landing.
Did a long jab.
He's doing a good job faking, too. See him? Slide stepping forward. Yep. Oh, nice.
Nice counter.
Oh! But even I told you, I like this guy, man. Oh, yeah, boys.
I like the way he made a little space, and when the guy came in, he was waiting for it and then just caught him on the way. It was beautiful.
The winner in the first round by knockout, Tim Welch.
It's awesome, man. I like that attitude, man. I'll take him all day.
Man, it's the biggest relief ever. It's the biggest relief ever. My biggest goal is to make everybody from Montana proud and make a name for myself.
Tim Welsh was very impressive to me. He was able to come out and really work with the guy. The guy had a fast jab, and he was in Tim's face a lot. And Tim didn't panic, and he took his time. And then he set a little trap where he kind of backstepped, and the guy leaned in with the jab, and Tim was able to hit him extremely hard and knock him out. I'm quite excited about him, and I'm going to try to get him.
In Fightmaster, each camp has just 4 spots. Once a coach's camp is filled, their team is complete, and the remaining fighters must choose a different camp.
The coaches that are here are a very impressive group. Knowing that I have the ability to be able to pick one of those guys and control my own destiny is huge.
He's got a little swagger about him. I like it.
I liked it.
Built like a killer, too, you know?
Tim Welch, congratulations, my man.
Thank you.
Great knockout, outstanding performance. You have 4 of the best coaches in the world in front of you. This is your decision. What questions do you have for them?
First of all, I want to let you guys know if any one of you guys were my coaches, I'd be more than happy, and I know there's tons learned from every one of you guys. One of my first questions is for Joe Warren and his camp. Joe, are you going to run your camp more like a wrestling, hard-nosed camp, work hard every day, or are you going to come at it more of a professional mixed martial arts?
What we're going to focus on is getting you ready for these fights, making sure that we're working on the mental strategies. We make sure that we're feeling great up here so you can do everything else in there. He needs to come with me. He needs my support. It needs to help him get to that championship.
Greg, will you be focusing on us fighters, or will your mind kind of be on your fighters at home?
All of our guys are successful, and the reason they are is not only myself, but the coaches I'm going to bring with me. are exceptional. So my focus will be 100% on you guys.
Randy, for you, kind of the same question for you.
No, I'm definitely here for the duration. I've got a great staff. There's no distractions.
Frank, what would make me choose your camp over all these others?
Well, my mom has red hair.
That's great.
You got a shamrock tattoo on. Are you native as well?
Yeah, I'm Indian and Irish. That's kind of
man. Well, you come from good stock. That's championship stock right there.
I like him a lot. I know what kind of fire redheaded people have. I'm definitely going to fight for him.
I mean, listen, these guys got other jobs and other lives and everything. I'm retired. I have nothing to do but focus on you. And I'll bring the best camp and the best knowledge I have for you. You have a tremendous skill set. You're a real fighter. I'd love to have you on my team and guide you.
What got you into mixed martial arts?
Man, probably getting called Carrot Top and
I knew it!
Tomato all through school.
Had to fight. Yeah.
Kind of inflamed me to get in some fights and defend myself and try to beat up the bullies.
Good for you. That's great.
Right away, I wanted Tim. I thought this guy was going to be good.
Okay, it's up to you. Destiny's in your hands. Which camp do you choose?
Yeah, like I said, I'd be more than happy to have any one of you guys as my coaches, and I respect you guys all very much. But I think I've made my decision.
Which camp do you choose?
I think I've made my decision. I think for these next 6 weeks, I'm gonna try to pick Greg Jackson's brain as much as I can.
My friend, I would be honored to have you, and I'm really excited about our chances. I think you got a great chance to take this whole thing.
Thank
awesome.
you.
Thank you.
Good luck,
Congratulations, Tim.
Hey, thank you,
Good luck
guys.
to you, buddy.
Nice work.
He had you picked before you came up.
Well, gentlemen, it's the large ears. That kid is good, though.
He is
Seriously,
good.
he's good.
I
That kid
seriously-
has a good shot at it.
Yep.
Tim Welch becomes the first fighter to choose his camp, picking Jackson's mixed martial arts. Up next, Eric Scallon versus Chris Curtis.
I've been sober now for over 18 months now. Mixed martial arts and training, actually saved my life. When I was growing up, I always had behavior problems in school. I was always acting up. I was always partying a lot, but I was always involved in wrestling. So I kind of figured, if I stayed wrestling in college, it would keep me out of trouble. But everywhere I went, there I was, and I just kept drinking, kept partying, and, my life kind of spiraled out of control. I had 2 great scholarships, and I just threw that down the drain. I've probably been trying to get sober since I was 16 years old. It wasn't until I found mixed martial arts. It was something positive in my life, and, if it wasn't for mixed martial arts, I'd probably be dead right now.
I am a proud nerd. I'm the most dangerous nerd you'll ever meet, man. I'm a video game nerd. I'm a huge gamer. I like to read, I write, I cook. It's not like fighting was my only option. Like I never, I haven't been to jail, don't have a record or anything. Finally, for me, fighting is something that I chose. This is my job, this is how I take care of my son. I met his mother when she was about 4 months pregnant. When he was born, I was there, and I decided that I wanted to be a father. It's something I didn't have when I was growing up. I cut his cord, I signed the paper. I now have a wonderful blonde-haired, blue-eyed 5-year-old. Being someone's father, being responsible, kind of puts that weight on you to where you don't run away from it. You're like, okay, I've got to take care of my family, take care of, my son, and which leads me here.
All right, you ready? Ready. Let's fight.
Get him, Curtis!
Put him right to sleep.
Oh, flash knockdown. Curtis was upset about Scallon's cheap shot. As soon as Curtis got an opportunity, he dropped Scallon. Oh, good night. Good night. Trouble. Finish! He jumped on him, but he got too excited. Scallon was able to slow him down and catch him in that pinch front headlock and take him down. You gotta love that.
He's got the cage. Nice walk over.
Hit high, hit high!
Scallon, throughout the course of the fight, was able to continually take Curtis down.
Nice. That's a second takedown.
Break.
Finished really
Nice.
well then.
Yeah, good
there.
finish.
Two takedowns and looked like he controlled
Controlled him. That might be the
majority
thing
of
that
the-
throws over the round.
Let's go, round 2.
Nice shot. Nice shot. Nice shot.
Fight the takedown. Fight it, turn it.
That's it.
Yeah.
One thing that was impressive about Scallon is he just kept going after it, and usually don't see a guy shooting 4, 5, 6 times to try to get somebody down and then finally getting it.
Get out of my kitchen. That was nice.
And he was able to use his wrestling to kind of control the fight.
Nice.
Good job, ma'am.
Oh, we got a decision.
Majority decision on 2 judges' cards. Eric Scallon.
I thought it was a great back and forth fight because you got the one guy getting dropped and then he was able to.
It was a good stylistic fight.